Reed trying to find Cole. He does. Bad first touch, but nonetheless gets it away from his man. And the ball goes awry, and they can come forward here, Chapleton Maroons.
Chapleton Maroons is coached by Donovan.
Good tackle there, and Cole gets that clear.
Good build-up so far by Racing United. Has majority of the football in this under 3 minutes of the game so far. This one is whipped over the top. And good defensive work coming in from Brown on this occasion for Racing United. Still Chapleton Maroons. Searching, delivery inside. And shoots! And the flag went up for offside.
McKenzie will be a free kick. In there. Could have scored if he was onside.
Not the best of kick either. The ball is wet, the turf is wet, and could be a factor as well. But a lovely build-up as well from Chapleton Maroons. And also coached by Mr. Ducky as well. A very, very experienced coach as well.
He's had this team playing some really good football over the course of this season, and as mentioned before, on this little unbeaten streak that they're on, they'll be definitely taking confidence from that man in the dugout. Chapleton Maroons under some pressure here in their own half. And there's Ellis on the ball. Somehow was still on it but lost it now. Here's Philo. Scored a lovely goal on the first day of the season for Chapleton Maroons. And gets it into his teammate there. Ho cuts inside, trying to look for Jason Wright, but unable to find him. But here's the number 10 on the Racing United team.
Not the best of pass this time from Ellis on this occasion.
No, not the type of pass you're expecting from a player of his quality. Of course, before, as we mentioned, before we had to cut it short for the moment of silence, we know that he is not just on good form at the club level, but he scored recently in Jamaica's friendly game against Martinique. And he's another man who could be trying to make a claim for that playoff spot upcoming. But here's Chapleton Maroons trying to formulate an attack, but unfortunately for them, that's cut out there by Jamoy Jones. And here's Reed.
He has space. And out of touch. And it will be a throw-in for Racing United. Maybe a free kick, as he was fouled on this occasion. Not the best of pitch. It's very heavy when it comes onto the rain, but lovely surface as well. And up from the commentary box, look at this picture from the commentary box. It really looks good. The weather in this encounter, after 5.5 minutes of this encounter so far, and yet to see that important goal, as the goalkeeper is down on the pitch for Chapleton Maroons.
Hopefully the weather conditions won't affect the play of the game too much in regards to the number of goals we see. As we mentioned before, Racing United do have one of the best attacks in the league, and Chapleton Maroons, can't say the same for them, but they've been more of a balanced approach in regards to their attack. Damoy Whitfield, we mentioned in the starting lineup, he's been their leading goal scorer so far this season, tied with Sean Layton. They'll be looking for some goals today.
Leaders of this 2025-2026 Jamaica Premier League, Montego Bay United drew yesterday with 13th place Harbourview FC.
Yes, 2-2 with a late equalizer from Lucas Correa, not known for his goal scoring, but grabbed a late equalizer for his team on the way to a brace. And must say, Racing United have a chance to cut that 8-point gap to 5 now, as the race for the title heats up towards the business end of the season.
The Racing United, that team from out of Portmore, doing a fantastic job this season in this edition of the Jamaica Premier League.
Yes, they were fantastic last year. Managed to finish 6th, 7th, I believe, and who would have thought that they'd be in the race for the title this year? It's been an extremely pleasant surprise, I must say, given the brand of football that they play and their inclusion of youngsters into the starting lineup, like a Nikhil Ellis, like a Tajay Grant. Very exciting to watch. But now here's racing on the attack, and there's a shot is blocked and then subsequently kicked away.
And a free kick awarded to Racing United. And just as we approach the 8th minute of this encounter, still goalless between both teams. But some quality football has been displayed in the weather. And nothing from both teams hunting that. Oh, this is a delightful ball over the top. Whipped inside. And magnificent defensive work coming in from Chapleton Maroons. Still Racing United. Bashko goes over on the left. Oh, lovely take. But broken up this time by Chapleton Maroons.
Grant unable to take that in his stride, but now here's Chapleton Maroons who could do the same. Denzel McKenzie to Philho. He has right and tries to find him. Good ball, but Enil arrives on time to claim that for Racing United.
I think it was too close to the man in goal for Racing United. Had it been a more flatter pass, maybe it could cause some problems for Racing United. But it was loopy, and he's dealt with by Neil in goal for Racing United.
But there we have Chapleton Maroons already posing some problems here, and they'll be looking to perhaps cause what you would see as an upset. But Racing United, not known for losing games, they've only lost one in the entirety of this season. Their downfall, however, has been the fact that they draw too many games. Currently on a 16-game unbeaten streak, but 9 of those 16 games have been draws, so they'll be looking to convert those into wins moving forward. But now it's Tajay Grant putting some pressure on that back line. Ellis trying to muscle his way on the ball. He does, but his teammate takes it from him. Now here's Williams crossing to the box. Oh, trying to find his man there. Ellis unable to find him. Cole rather. And Cole unable to make the connection to tap that home for 1-0.
Exciting delivery here from Racing United, hunting that opening goal. But it was a beautiful build-up. Started from Grant, then Ellis. And then the presence of mind to get that ball inside the 18-yard box. But just out of the reach of the diving player. And it will be a goal kick for Chapleton Maroons.
Most definitely. It was a really good cross coming in there, but unfortunately unable to make contact. The arriving Javon Cole there, but here's Basco in the middle of the park, trying to find Williams again out wide, proving to be a valuable outlet there on the right hand side. Cross comes in, and that's easily saved by Juan Ramirez. Unconventional throw to his teammate there, but ooh, lovely bit of skill to glide past his man there, Jibison, and he's eventually taken out, and that will be a throw in to Chapleton Maroons.
Lovely tackle coming in as well, with good awareness as well on the part from Chapleton Maroons players. Have looked the part in this encounter so far, and a team to reckon with in this encounter. A lovely build up, decent delivery. Chapleton Maroons hunting forward, and maybe too much over drivers, loses possession, and it's in the middle of the park with Grant. Lovely ball, and broken up by Chapleton Maroon. Goes over on the left. He has space, not much options, and good defensive work coming in from Racing United. Brown whipped up field looking for Grant, and a free kick awarded to Racing United.
Must say, Robinho Gordon a bit further back than we're used to seeing him, but he has been really good so far in that role. And Chapleton Maroons withstanding the pressure from a team, Racing United, who are just starting to really come into their own now. 11 minutes gone into this game. As we see there on the pitch, Alex Suazo still on the ground in some pain, in need of some urgent medical attention.
And one thing for sure, we must understand, when the pitch is wet, and normally the football tends to slide more on the park. But look at the rain pouring down as well. After 11 minutes, approaching the 12th minute of this encounter so far, still no goals in this encounter, but promising signs from both teams.
And speaking of promising, they have a promising young talent on the bench, that is Racing United, the 18-year-old Dwight Gentles, who coincidentally scored their goal in their win last week, their 1-0 win last week, and he could prove to be a difference maker should this game drag on into a goalless first half. Could see him after the break.
And it's good that the youngsters making their entry in Jamaica Premier League this season as well. We saw the captain of Mount Pleasant Academy in the KFC Elite Under 18 Cup making his entry as well for the senior team Mount Pleasant Academy.
Most definitely, and that's a competition that's bred actually quite a number of players for the Jamaican Premier League over the course of this season. Chief among them, of course, being from last season, you had Franco Celestin, who proved to be a difference maker in the playoffs, as well as Miguel Joseph from Mount Pleasant. But always good to see the youngsters doing well.
Talking about youngsters doing well, Jamaica under 17 team would have qualified for the World Cup later in Qatar.
But here's, oh, a lovely cross, trying to find Grant there. But unfortunately, Williams couldn't find him. And oh, he loses it there. And now here's Williams again, trying to find Ellis, unable to find him. But now here's Reed. Lovely touch there from Cole to Williams. Back to Cole, trying to find Williams again. But good touch there from Whitfield. Top scorer this season for Chapleton Maroons. Lovely ball over the top, trying to find Philo, but that's cut out by Jimoy Jones, who puts it out of touch, and that will be a throw-in to Chapleton Maroons. Zane Pinnock will go over to take this one. It's been an interesting game, to say the least, so far. Frantic, almost like a basketball game in terms of how back and forth it's been, high-paced, and that's what we love to see. I have a feeling that due to the conditions, it's going to just continue to be so, really. Of course, that will make for quite a number of clear-cut goal-mouth action. Hopefully for these fans that are in the stands to enjoy.
It will be a throw-in for Chapleton Maroons, shaping up to be a long delivery inside the 18-yard box. And looking at handball, this one is cleared away from danger. A lovely take in the middle of the park.
Cole cuts inside. Oh, beats his man outside. Leaves Denzel McKenzie in his wake. Trying to find Ellis. Ellis heads it on. Looking for a teammate to make good of that, but unable to. And that pass there is cut out by Swazo. And now here's Tajay Grant on the ball, moving forward on that left-hand side for Racing United, and he's shoved off it by Marcus Philo, and the referee has judged that to be a foul the way of Racing United.
And a critical position as well for this free kick. Look at this outstanding bit of movement on and off the ball, and clearly a foul. Easy decision for the man in the middle. And the referee as we approach minute number 16 of this encounter, and it will be a free kick. And the man standing behind this free kick for Racing United seem to be Brown.
He'll leave it, and actually it seems that Mikhail Williams will go over to take this one. And Racing United could add to their tally here. As mentioned before, second top scorers in the league. Can they add another? Goal from there, but unfortunately Williams couldn't get it on target, and that will be a goal kick to Chapleton Maroons. Not
the best of effort this time from Racing United. With the pitch width, you're looking for a very flat kick to spun off the grass. In the event, this one spun over the top, and it will be a goal kick for Chapleton Maroons.
Most definitely, that effort was never really going to trouble Ramirez in goal, and Chapleton Maroons can just breathe a sigh of relief now. Just about 17 minutes gone in this one, and sure to be goals in this from the looks of it. And Blasco wins the header, but only as far as McKenzie gets it out wide. Chapleton Maroons up to switch the play here, looking for Jibison, unable to find him, but instead Enil will claim that and send it downfield towards Cole, which is headed on by Ricketts, the skipper, and that will be a foul. A free kick to Chapleton Maroons.
%51% of the football goes to Racing United to 49% to Chapleton Maroons as this one is whipped over the top. Chapleton Maroons in possession. A lovely bit of movement off the feet. Goes over on the right. And a strong tackle coming in. And it will be a free kick to Chapleton Maroons.
Just unable to deal with Mackenzie there on that right hand side, and eventually decided to bring him down, and Chapleton Maroons have a set piece of their own. And Chapleton Maroons, of course, as mentioned before, won their last game as well, 2-0 against Treasure Beach. Both teams coming into this fixture on good form. Promises to be an exciting one. Coincidentally, outside of their earlier victory over Portmore United early in the season, they've struggled against the rest of the top six, but we'll see if they can be on their way to claiming a rare victory.
Mackenzie with this free kick. 7 players are waiting this delivery. It's a decent one inside and headed out of danger. Maybe it's a corner kick awarded to Chapleton Maroons on this occasion, with a decent delivery this time from young Mackenzie. Good defensive work coming in from Racing United, who's been very, very effective this season with their defensive line.
Of course, Racing United, third least goals conceded so far in the league, do boast one of the league's best defenses, but they'll have to withstand the pressure here from this set piece. As he just gets over there, gets ready to take.
You look at the Chapleton Maroons players just at the edge of the 18-yard box, are waiting for this delivery to swing in over on that right side.
The outswinger, they get ready. And this could be time wasting. I'm not sure if this is a deliberate tactic or he really just needs to tie his shoelaces, but the referee is just going over to observe the happenings as to why that set piece isn't being taken.
One thing for sure, the assistant referee is in that perfect position as well to indicate to the referee but it's over the time allotted for this kick. It's Mackenzie, and now the referee getting involved. Just maybe the referee signaling to him to go and get a change of booth as well.
Also, the referee seems to be in a verbal exchange there with the coach. It seems, of course, Pinnock and Mackenzie will plead their case, but don't think there's much of a leg to stand on here.
Well, in fact, Pinnock will be the man swinging this ball over from the right with 5 Chapleton Maroon players awaiting this delivery. Decent one inside and headed out of danger from Racing United. And clearly Grant has been fouled on this occasion for Racing United, and with it will be a free kick deep inside Racing United's half.
Must say, after that debacle with the corner kick there, with it eventually not being taken by Mackenzie after such a long waiting time, I have to say, a bit of a disappointment, that set piece. Now it's Enil to take and launch this one downfield.
You look at the coach of Chapleton Maroons, Ducky, and his assistant as well, as this one is out of touch, and it will be a throw-in for Chapleton Maroons inside the half. And Chapleton Maroons seem to be getting majority of the possession of the football in the last 3 minutes of this game. There's a throw taken, a lovely bit of turn inside, looking for that delightful pass, broken up. It's Ellis for Racing United. He has space, not a lot of options. A lovely turn from Ellis. Now still Racing United finds Grant, looking to be cute on this occasion, broken up by Chapleton Maroons. Goes over on the right, whipped up field, and still in possession is delightful ball, and the referee made a call. It's a free kick awarded.
Seems Basco's the man that's been brought down there on that occasion. He's in a lot of pain and of course, being the sport that he is, he's helped up to his feet by Nathaniel Howe.
And he's such an efficient player on the park this season for Racing United. Bashko, such a committed player. And a very, very disciplined player as well.
Seems Chapleton Maroons, pardon me, have a player down as well. Seems to be Philo.
Approaching the 23rd minute of this encounter. Still both teams yet to break that important deadlock in this encounter.
Pardon me, that was Alex Swazo, and as you rightfully said, both teams unable to find the goal, but not for a lack of trying. They've both been firing at goal at will, really, and unfortunately unable to really get that clinical edge in front of goal.
You're absolutely correct. We have seen some delightful passes being stringed together by both teams, but the final touch have been poor.
And that's been one of the main talking points for Racing United this season. Even though statistically, as I mentioned before, they are the second top scoring team, Anthony Patrick has often lamented their inability to score. And here's Carlton Brown making his way onto the pitch for Swazo. And Ramirez gets that clear, but only as far as Basco. In towards Ellis, turns to the box, has space, gets it only as far as Herrera. And Brown fires, but that's blocked by Philo. Now it's Jamoy Jones to Reed in the middle of the park. Skipper Markovich Brown on the ball. And he turns and goes all the way back to Aaron Enil. Enil decides to clear that, looking for Williams, who wins the header. And Cole, unable to get there, he's beaten to it by Whitfield, and that'll be a throw-in.
Throw quickly by Bashko, finds his captain Brown over on the right. Still Brown goes in the middle of the park, not the best of control, loses possession. This time Racing United, and a poor pass coming in from Chapleton Maroons all the way back to the man in goal for Racing United. He goes long, looking for Williams, finds Grant. No Williams, and out of touch for a throw into Chapleton Maroons. Maybe too much power on that pass with the field wet. And he's out for a throw into Chapleton Maroons.
Just missed Williams there by an inch there. It's the fine margins that really define who wins and loses in games like these. Especially, as I mentioned before, between two top 6 teams in the league, 2 teams that are in the contention for a playoff spot. Of course, as it stands, Racing United will be automatically getting a spot in the semi-finals. But oh, lovely turn there, but Basco gets that away from the number 23 Jibison. Now is Whitfield to take this throw. Jibison turns, beats Williams. Now he's right, trying to find Jibison with a return pass, but he's shoved off it. And Cole, a crunching tackle there from Carlton Brown, who's just made his way onto the pitch, and it seems he's going to be booked in one of his first real meaningful actions of the game. He's gonna have to be careful for the remaining 65 minutes that he has in this one.
Clearly it was a poor tackle coming in from the Chapleton Maroon player, and caught on that right shim, and wrote a card as well.
Most definitely deserved. You can see him still on the ground, writhing around in pain. And Racing United would hate to lose him to injury here. Of course, we saw an injury scare just a couple of weeks ago when they clashed with Montego Bay United, the league leaders, of course. And Nikhil Ellis himself had a pretty big scare. They'd hate to lose someone to injury.
Going to Chapleton Maroons number 17, Carlton Brown, in the 26th.
And in fact, he's one of the most prolific player on the park for Racing United as well. Such a clinical player on the park. And if you are watching any Racing United fan, would be curious of what transpired. Well, he's up on his feet and ready to go again for Racing United.
And thankfully for Javon Cole, it's nothing too serious, and he'll be all right to continue, at least for now. Enil gets ready to just take this free kick for Racing United.
Well, he goes long, looking for Williams, and good defensive work coming in from Chapleton Maroons. Jimson on this occasion, and he's out for a throw-in to Racing United. And Williams with this throw-in. Another good defensive work, and Chapleton Maroons have been at their optimax best in this encounter so far, both attacking and defensive role. Lovely take from Grant. Oh, looking for that terrific pass, looking for Brown, and broken up this time by Ricketts, the captain. Now he delivers a poor pass, whipped inside from Grant. Love the chest and a chance, and the goal came for Racing United. What a strike!
Javon Brown, the man on hand there. Just a few moments ago, he was on the ground, and now he's opened the scoring for Racing United.
It was on the wall here. And the chest, the terrific through pass, and the finish was outstanding. And Racing United, look at this from Grant. Delightful ball inside. Look at that pass, beautifully executed, and the finish was clinical. It's Racing United 1, Chapleton Maroons 0.
Must say, the awareness, the intelligence from Herrera there to just chest that into his path, and the ability to put the right weight on the pass as well. Absolutely sensational, and what a way for Racing United to open the scoring here.
And that goal came in 28 minutes.
Lovely ball over the top looking for Jason Wright, but that's headed away by Markovic Brown. And it seems Brown's taking this one away. He's going to clear it downfield. Couldn't find Herrera, but Whitfield's on hand to get it to Ricketts. Clear it downfield, and that's headed away by Basco, who perhaps did that in a hurry.
Having an outstanding game so far. Basco on the park for Racing United, as Chapleton Maroons in possession halfway on the pitch. Ricketts finds Mackenzie, goes long of field, lovely take, goes over on the right. In fact, the left finds Jefferson, whipped inside, and the offside spotted by the assistant referee. That was some build up here for Chapleton Maroons.
Yeah, even though they're not, of course, they're still behind, but they've been playing some lovely football at times here, and they'll be seeking to quickly get themselves back level. If they're gonna do it, it's gonna come through some sort of movement down this left-hand side. They've been predominantly trying to work through Jibison and the combination play with Wright, but now here he is again on the ball. Jibison trying to take on Markovic Brown. Whips across in low and hard, finds Jason Wright, ricocheting through, but Siobhan Reed, calm and composed as ever, just dribbles out from the back and finds Herrera, who skips past Mackenzie quite easily. Scuffed the pass due to the conditions of the pitch, but now Chapleton Maroons back on the attack with Philo. Gets past Brown down that right hand side. Cross comes in and headed away by Brown. And here's Javon Brown turning.
It's another Brown in possession. Javon Brown this time lovely, finds Ellis. Still Ellis goes over on the left, whipped upfield from Racing United, looking for Grant, and headed in the middle of the park. And a strong tackle coming in by Mackenzie on this occasion for Chapleton Maroons, and it will be a yellow card being issued as well to Mackenzie. Look at this, lovely ball inside the middle of the park, and a strong tackle came in from Mackenzie. Wrote a yellow card as well. A yellow card being issued, and it's also a free kick to Racing United.
And strangely enough, it wasn't even for the foul so much. It was more so the descent after punching the ball rather in frustration. And the referee didn't like that one bit, and he's been issued a card, Mackenzie.
This 2025-2026 season has produced a lot of red cards this season. Brown whips this one over, looking for Grant. And a handball in this process, and it will be a free kick to Chapleton Maroons as we approach the 33rd minute of this encounter, and Racing United lead by a goal to nil.
Racing trying to put some pressure on Chapleton Maroons there, but a bit too much pressure, and seems Grant has fouled him there, and that will be a free kick. Carlton Brown, the man on the receiving end of that one.
And both teams looking very, very good with the build-up, but the final touch and the execution haven't been up to par. Only one goal conceded so far, as Brown one possession. Looking that flick on was Grant on this occasion. Now it's Chapleton Maroons whipped and over the crossbar, and it will be a goal kick for Racing United.
And Racing United, as we mentioned before, that, well, as we see the chance come in here, can talk about that after, but it's Nathaniel Howe having a goal from distance, unable, however, to find the all-important equalizer. Here's Ellis. Oh, lovely bit of skill there, the Jamaican representative. But Siobhan Reed loses the ball, and Markovich Brown can just get that clear. But now here's Herrera. Has Tajay Grant out to his left. Now he can take on Robina Gordon here. Step over, cuts inside, and the pass doesn't have enough power on it to go all the way through to Cole. Ooh, and that's a crunching tackle from Basco. Quite a number of those so far this evening, and the Chapleton bench are irate.
In fact, even the spectators getting involved as well as they look at this replay. The ball was ahead of the player, and the tackle came in, and just maybe a clip of the leg through.
And for all Basco's brilliance, that is the one flaw I could point to in terms of so far in this game. He's passionate, but perhaps a bit too passionate whenever he's going to ground there, a bit too easily led to slide tackle for balls that he could have just stuck a foot out for. Ricketts clearing that to no one in particular, and that will be a throw into Racing United. And as we mentioned before, the contrast between the two teams, Chapelton Maroons have struggled mightily against top 6 teams, but Racing United have been really good against the other big boys, and that's why they are currently still in this title race. And Herrera, unfortunately, unable to keep possession, and that will be a infringement on him, and it will go the other way to Chapleton Maroons.
Well, the referee getting involved in the game on numerous occasions, try to get the players settled on the park. It's very heated and it's very cold on the pitch. But what a magnificent afternoon this has been so far. This one is knocked upfield by Chapleton Maroons. Lovely turn. This one whipped over the top. A lovely take. Oh, another good pass from Chapleton Maroons, hunting the equalizer. Whipped inside. And good defensive work coming in from Captain Brown. Another opportunity broken up by the man Bashko. Whipped over the top, looking for Grant. And broken up by Chapleton Maroons on this occasion. He has space. He goes over on the left.
Oh, lovely ball from Gordon, trying to find Jibison. He's trying to take on Williams here. Regains some composure. He has the overlapping run, opts not to use it, crosses it in, back post towards Philo. And unfortunately unable to beat Javon Brown in the air there.
And there you go again, Bashko. You can't keep him out the game. Such a playmaker. This time, tackle coming in, loses possession this time. Racing United, Chapleton Maroon! On wide of the far corner. It was as close as Chapleton Maroons got in this the first half. Look at this build-up. Loses possession. Brown on this occasion. Lovely pass. Another good pass. A through pass now. And a perfect platter. And he went wide off the far corner.
It seems a yellow card has been issued here to Markovich Brown, I believe. And the referee's just urging for some calm in the game. Both teams are really upset with decisions that have been made by the referee so far in this game. A number of slide tackles and feisty challenges, and now we have the sprinklers coming on the pitch mid-game.
There seems to be history here at Arnett Gardens, the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex. The rain is falling and the sprinkler is on. Now finally shut down, and it's time for more action at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex as we approach the 38th minute of this encounter. Still Racing United lead by a goal to nil.
must say, as we await this corner kick to be taken here by Denzel McKenzie, it's been a fiery game in contrast to the cold conditions. As we know, recently had a cold front, and we may have another one on the way here on the island. Here McKenzie can try in some part get his team back into the game with this corner kick, and it's headed on by Ricketts. Unfortunately not able to be met the flick on there, and be crossed in back again towards Gordon, and that will be cleared by Herrera. And here's Howe to Jibison, and the pass goes awry, and that will be a throw in to Racing United. Not on the same wavelength there, the two teammates.
Seem to be Brown. Will take this throw in over on the left. Finds Bashko back to Brown. And all the way back to the defensive line as this one is whipped upfield. And only to find the Chapleton Maroon player. Chapleton Maroons in possession. Looking for right on this occasion. Brown looking for Grant. Finds Grant, but he loses possession to Chapleton Maroons, and out of touch for a throw into Racing United.
Grant on that occasion just trying to be clever, trying to nutmeg his marker there, but unsuccessful in that attempt. But we do love to see the skill on show from these young men.
Another ball over. Easy dealt with by another strong tackle coming in. With Chapleton Maroon in possession. Lovely delivery. And brought up this time by Racing United. Not the best of work either. And a throw-in awarded to Chapleton Maroons on this occasion.
And here's a throw into Philo. And after the touch there, that will be a throw-in back to Chapleton Maroons. But they lose it quickly afterwards. And Markovich Brown can just clear that downfield towards Tajee Grant, who gets there ahead of his marker. Now it's Herrera. He has Mikhail Williams wide of him to his right-hand side, and he does find him. He has time and space. Opts not to take on Robinho Gordon. Well, that was not Robinho Gordon, however. That was cleared by Robinho Gordon.
So the third caution of the game came in the 37th
Opted instead not to take on their number 8, Damoy Whitfield. Reed to Ellis. Ball out wide again for Williams. Cross comes in, cleared. And now Howe to Jibison on this left-hand side. He's been urged to push it and unable to do so that time.
Another excellent tackle came this time around from Williams, and he's been a standout player on the park as this one is delivered in the middle of the park for Chapleton Maroons, looking for that delightful ball. Well, not the best, and all the way back to ending in goal for Racing United.
Pinnock's passing has been a bit wayward for a midfielder so far in the first period of the game. But I must say, build-up play will be crucial in this one, and given who the quality really of their opposition today, they're gonna have to be better in the final third. They have to be better, and as we mentioned before, Racing United don't lose games, so they're going to have to find some way to get back into this. Williams unable to find his man, and Ellis wins the ball back ahead of Jibison and gets that out wide to Jamoy Jones. Reed, good awareness to find Ellis again. Basco been everywhere in this game so far, out wide to Brown. And Basco being a leader on the pitch, just urging for calm, but here we have a nice little movement on this right-hand side. Reed opts not to cross it first time. Tries the second time of asking, this time it's blocked, however, by Whitfield. And Jibison seeking a foul. He'll get none, however. And this will be a throw-in instead, I believe, to Racing United, but it also seems that Racing United have a player down, and that seems to be Javon Cole, the goal scorer so far in this game.
Racing United getting some knockings out of the football as well in this final third of the first half. With a lovely build-up. This time Brown Goes all the way back. A lovely pass here for Racing United. Oh, nice pass broken up by Chapleton Maroons. Here they come, Chapleton Maroons. And over dribble on this occasion. Ellis finds Grant over on the left. He has space. Not a lot of options. Finds back Ellis. Bashko, not the best of pass. And another poor pass, not precise this time from Bashko. The first error we have seen on the park from Bashko. And it will be a throw into Chapleton Maroons.
This first half, with just a bit, 2 minutes to go. Just petering out here, and Bashko regains position. Here's Williams trying to play it into the feet of Herrera, but that will be cleared by Gordon. Bashko chests it into the feet of Reed. Williams has Markovic Brown, who smartly goes all the way back to Aaron Enil in goal. Enil, after a few juggles there, clearing that downfield towards Ellis, but loses it, and McKenzie subsequently is fouled. That will be a free kick to Chapleton Maroons.
As we approach the 44th minute of this encounter, still Racing United lead by a 1-0. That all-important goal came. Oh, this is a lovely ball inside for Chapleton Maroons, broken up. Not yet out of danger. Whipped and over the crossbar. And it will be a goal kick to Racing United.
Not for the first time we've seen this afternoon. Nathaniel Howe whip one, trying to find that top corner. On this occasion, yet again not able to find it, but this time it was closer. And dare I say, a goal may be coming, folks, from Chapleton Maroons, who, despite being down a goal, they do look good going forward.
And a free kick awarded to Racing United on this occasion inside their half.
Of course, as we are on the stroke of halftime, must make mention of the sponsors, the league and club sponsors, of course. For the league, we have Proven and Supreme Ventures Limited. But here has Tajee Grant on the left-hand side. Crosses in again, looking for Cole. Unable to find him, and Ricketts clears that. And that will be a free kick to Chapleton Maroons. As I mentioned before, as we see 2 minutes being added to the end of this half. Of course, as I said before, mentioning just the sponsors for the league, have to thank them. Without them, this would not be possible. And of course, also want to mention groups like Connex and the VM group. And now here's a foul in the middle of the park. A bit of revenge, I'm assuming, there on Basco. And that most definitely, without a doubt, is a foul.
And without a doubt as well, he's a standout player on the park for Racing United, all about on the park. And he has some beautiful passes as well in this encounter. Racing United, this one hit long. And a good defensive work coming in from Chapleton Maroons. Lovely take from Ellis, but broken up. Brown on this occasion. Looking for Williams. Still Racing United. Oh, this has been brilliant. Beautiful pass here on offside. Call against Racing United. And it will be a free kick to Chapleton Maroons as we approach a final minute of this, the first half. Still Racing United lead by a 0.
Reed's pass, they're almost finding its way to Cole, but Cole's touch let him down. But of course, it really wouldn't have counted even if he had the chance to go on through on goal, as he was deemed to be in an offside position. Racing United, however, despite being a goal up, have not remained complacent. They've still been whipping in those crosses. The early crosses, a prominent feature of their attacking strategy, and it has proved to be successful, as of course they do lead a 0 thanks to that man Javon Cole. And now it seems to be Denzel McKenzie about to take this free kick for Chapleton Maroons. Whips it in, and only as far as Basco. Shouts of handball, but Nikhil Ellis, lovely bit of skill there to just feint his man out of the way. And he plays it wide to Herrera. Has Williams to his right hand side. Ellis is still down, but the pass will come in, and an easy cross. Low, hard, but inaccurate. And the keeper will claim, and that, ladies and gentlemen, will signal the end of the half between Racing United and Chapleton Maroons. Scoreline currently reads Racing United 1, Chapleton Maroons 0.
Now you look at this first half. Some quality football has been displayed by both teams so far. But one goal separate both teams from goal. It was a terrific strike, and the difference now, it's Racing United lead by a goal to nil over Chapleton Maroons. So of course, stay tuned for more excited football in this, the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex.
VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to winning.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing Air Chill Chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better value, better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. Air Chilled Chicken, tastes way better. Better value, better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new Air Chilled Chicken? Or my chicken nut? CB chicken, it tastes way better.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get.
A free kick awarded to Racing United. This was a decent ball inside for Chapleton Maroons. Lovely take. The execution wasn't at its optimist best, and it was an offside. And this was another opportunity for Chapleton Maroons. Whipped inside with maybe too much height, and it was too close to the man in goal. This was another opportunity, this time to Racing United, and just brilliant effort, but just wide of the player. This was another opportunity straight to the keeper. This was a magnificent tackle coming in from Williams on this occasion. A grand push forward for Racing United, hunting his 13th goal of the season, and he was fouled on this occasion over on that left side. This was a free kick coming in from Williams, and a stupendous strike, but over the top. No save brought for the goalkeeper. This was another foul committed by Racing United. Well, this was another excellent build-up here for Chapleton Maroons. But look at this again, another opportunity, but good defensive work coming in from Racing United. They have been very, very good this season in the defensive line. This was another poor defensive work coming in from Chapleton Maroons. Whipped inside, lovely chest on, and look at this for a finish. That was the difference with both teams. That goal came in the 29th minute to separate both teams, and a laugh to booth it off. This continues, this build-up as well. And then a poor tackle and a yellow card being issued on this occasion. Tried to recute on this occasion was granted. But look at this from Chapleton Maroons, whipped over the top from distance, but way over the crossbar. Another build-up started And another strong tackle coming in. And it was all action in this first half. This was another opportunity. Poor defensive from Brown. It was Chapleton Maroons as close as they got. And wide of the target. And opportunities keep coming in for Chapleton Maroons. This was another corner kick headed. And just headed off the line by Racing United defense. This was a beautiful delivery inside the 18-yard box. And lost possession again. It was not cleared from danger. Well, this was absolutely poor from Chapleton Maroons. The final touch has been poor. This one was whipped over the top. It was Racing United hunting a second. This was a beautiful delivery inside from Tajay Grant. And good defensive work coming in from Chapleton Maroons. Here we go, another free kick awarded. It was a lot of free kicks in this half. This was a lovely turn from Racing United. Look at the delivery. Outstanding, but the offside was the denier of this occasion. This was a terrific free kick. Easy dealt with by Bashko. He's having a magnificent afternoon so far. But look at this from Ellis. This was another whipped in. Easy for the man in goal. Now this ends the first half here at the Anthony Sports Complex. It's Racing United lead by a goal to nil over Chapleton Maroons. And we'll be back for more action of the second half. Stay tuned.
And every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM, I say, is the key to winning.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. Tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better value, better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. Air chilled chicken, taste way better. Better value, better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? Or my chicken nut? CB chicken, it tastes way better.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM, I say, is the key to winning.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better value, better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. Air chilled chicken, tastes way better. Better value, better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? Or my chicken nut? CB chicken, it tastes way better.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM, I say, is the key to winning.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better value, better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. Air chilled chicken, tastes way better. Better value, better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? Or my chicken nut? CB chicken, it tastes way better.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to winning.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better value, better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. Air chilled chicken, taste way better. Better value, better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? Or my chicken nut? CB chicken, it tastes way better.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to winning.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better value, better taste.
So we are ready for the second half of the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex between Racing United and, of course, Chapleton Maroons, with Racing United lead by a 0-0. That goal came in the 29th minute of the encounter. Let's take our time to mention our loyal sponsors of this Jamaica Premier League. Ray and Nephew, Jamaica Football Federation, Ministry of Sports, Social Development Fund, CB Foods, JN Money, VM Group, iCool, Sunshine Snacks, Surgical Life, Kentech Development and Construction Company, and of course Admiral Locker's Room. And we're getting ready for the start of the second half. And the light is on here at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex. And it's time for action. And it will be another 45 minutes of wonderful football. The second place Racing United up against sixth place and Chapleton Maroons. Yours truly, Marlon Pinnock, and I'm joined by,
of course, John Stewart. And we're about to get underway here in the second half, and it seems Tajay Grant of Racing United, of course, the currently active top goal scorer in the league, gets us underway here in the second half.
Substitution in the 46th minute for the Chapelton Maroons team.
Chapleton Maroons in possession. Lovely ball here. He has space. Goes over on the right. And good defensive work coming in from Brown on this occasion. Throw taken quickly for Chapleton Maroons. Whipped inside. And good defensive work from the captain Brown. Cool, calm, and collective. Ellis. Not the best of pass. But he wants back position for Racing United. Lovely turn. Still Ellis. And another strong tackle coming in this time. A free kick being issued to Racing United. Such a terrific player on the park this afternoon, young Michael Ellis.
That tackle coming in from Campbell, who's just replaced Leonardo Gibbison for Chapleton Maroons. We'll see what impact he has after this. Now here's Mikhail Williams down the right-hand side, trying to find Tajay Grant. However, that pass, a bit too much on it, and that will be a goal kick to Chapleton Maroons. Here's Ramirez to take this goal kick. Not too much in the way of saves for either goalkeeper to make, but a lot of goal mouth action, quite a number of clear-cut chances for both, and judging by the first half, promises to be a number in the second half as well. Philo trying to get to that one, but that's cleared away valiantly by Williams.
And it will be a throw-in for Chapleton's Maroons. And another good defensive work coming in from Williams on this occasion. And he's out for a throw into Racing United. Throw taken quickly, finds Grant. And in fact, a free kick being issued this time around to Chapleton Maroons.
First touch just let him down there, Siobhan Reed, and that's what really led to the foul being committed. We'll just have to be more mindful in the middle of the park there, and we have this free kick that's about to be taken by Denzel McKenzie. Of course, being 1-0 down, Chapelton Maroons will want some quality service here.
5 players edge of the 18-yard box awaiting this delivery. And whip towards goal, and easy dealt with by aiming in goal for Racing United. This one whipped off, looking for Grant. But he spun off the lush green grass here at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex, and is out for a throw into Chapleton Maroons.
Unfortunately, Grant didn't quite have the pace to get on the end of that one, but nonetheless, Chapleton Maroons have the ball back, cleared from Campbell towards Jason Wright, and Jamoy Jones quite comfortably deals with that one. Reed to Basco, looking long for Tajay Grant over the top there, and he does eventually find its way to Grant, who is fouled there by Damoy Whitfield.
And that was a precise pass as well coming in from Bashko. He's a standout player for Racing United thus far, and he's been that player with the vision and the execution. And it will be a free kick, as I mentioned, to Chapleton Maroons deep inside their half. Taken quickly by the keeper, whipped over the top. And another good defensive work coming in from the captain Brown on this occasion. Racing United in possession, broken up this time. An excellent tackle coming in from Ricketts, the captain on this occasion for Chapleton Maroons. And it will be a throw-in. In fact, it's a throw-in to Racing United. And now being called back, it will be a throw-in to Chapleton Maroons. It's all happening on the park. Such an heated game of football being displayed by both teams so far. Throw taken by Chapleton Maroons. Broken up this time by Racing United. With Tuffy looking for Grant. Not the best of first touch. This time cleared from danger from Bashka. You can't keep him off the game.
And there seems to be quite a lot of arguments between the two teams over decisions being made by the referee. Both teams feeling aggrieved due to some decisions made. A lot of tasty challenges coming in, flying in really from both teams, especially from the aforementioned Javon Basco. And both teams will have to be careful. Of course, a couple of players are already on cards, and we don't want it spilling over into malicious intent. But now here's Philo trying to find right. He holds up the play well, finds McKenzie, trying to find Howe to Campbell. Cuts inside, has a go, but that's blocked brilliantly from Reed. Now here's Grant trying to play the first time pass to Nikhil Ellis, but unable to. Williams, good tackle there from Philo. McKenzie, the new transfer, does well there to get past his marker there. Ricketts out wide to Robinho Gordon. Has options and trying for the ambitious pass to Nathaniel Howe there, but unfortunately not able to get the pass quite right in terms of the power and the accuracy. That will go all the way through to Enil.
As this one is whipped long of field for Chapleton Maroons. Still Racing United hunting that second. Back to Brown. Lovely turn from Brown. And should be an easy free kick this time. Jefferson on this occasion. The guilty party fouling Brown on this occasion. And it will be a free kick for Racing United. As we approach the 52nd minute of this encounter, still Racing United lead by a goal to nil. A decent ball inside. And not the best of first touch coming in from Racing United. And it will be a goal kick awarded to Chapleton Maroons.
And as Ramirez gets it ready to take this one, Racing United can feel just a bit unfortunate that they are still only 1-0 to the good. They've had a number of opportunities, but now Jason Wright trying to get this team back into this game. Now his Philo seems he was pulled back there, and the referee rightfully calls play back, and a yellow card has been awarded for that tug on the shirt by Mikhail Williams.
Clearly that was a foul, and brought back the player who was going in for that through pass, and it could be a perfect opportunity for Chapleton Maroons from just about 30 yards out.
Seems to be more like 25, and Denzel McKenzie from this range could whip this into the top corner on either side. A player with lots of quality. Controversial transfer, of course, made recently, but I think the fans will forget all about it if he can whip this one into the top corner. Can he raise the roof here of the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex with a goal to get the scores level?
5 players in the wall as well. 3 Chapleton Maroons players just ahead of that 18-yard box. 3 players standing behind this free kick for Chapleton Maroons. Shoots and straight to the man in goal, Any on this occasion, and he whips this one long. And good defensive work coming in from Chapleton Maroons. Here they come in the middle of the park. Who's over on the left? He has space and maybe waiting on the delivery and broken up by Racing United. In the one back position is Chapleton Maroons. Lovely build up all the way back to the defensive line.
Ricketts to Robinho Gordon. Looking wide for Campbell, instead opts to go long, and he's done brilliantly here. And linesman, he's decided not to put his flag up, but eventually does. He was waiting to see what Denzel McKenzie was going to do. Quite a humorous encounter there between the two. McKenzie almost baiting the referee, almost daring him to put the line up, and eventually did there, the linesman.
In the 53rd minute,
and Jimoy Jones, seeing that confrontation, doing his best not to upset the linesman and just wondering where he should place the ball, and he launches it downfield looking for Cole, the goal scorer of course on the night. Unable to find him, but Chapelton Maroons still have possession, but launch it upfield, and Jimoy Jones is there to take that away. And that's cleared by Gordon. And here's Howe. Finds Campbell, the substitute, who does well to move past Javon Brown down on the right hand side. And Jimoy Jones is also trying to get through him, but the cross comes in. Wonderful header. And the Racing United are clear of the danger for now.
Lovely build up coming in from Chapleton Maroons. Now it's Racing United. Lovely ball here by Ellis. A chance for Grant. And a magnificent bit of keeping. And now I think it's Williams on the opposite end for Racing United, who's down on the pitch. But what a precise path that was from Ellis. Look at this. A delightful ball to Grant. And maybe a poor first touch. Let Racing United down on this occasion. But that was a beautiful build-up pass from Racing United.
Most definitely had the opportunity there to get his 13th of the season, Tajay Grant, and based on his form, you'd have bet your life on him scoring that one, but unfortunately unable to take it around the goalkeeper there. Ramirez in goal. Perhaps could have opted for a shot earlier, but nonetheless, as we turn our attention to Mikhail Williams, we'll be hoping that he's okay. And even though Racing United are still only 1-0 to the good, they can rest assured at least that one of their players hopefully should be okay to continue this game. Tajay Grant, of course, as you mentioned before, currently the top scorer among active players. He's had to shoulder a lot of the goal scoring burden so far this season, both him and Nikhil Ellis. And it's something that the head coach Anthony Patrick has lamented on a number of occasions so far this season, their lack of a true number 9. Kadeen Young unable to fill that boot, so to speak. Regardless of their good record statistically speaking in terms of how many goals they've scored, they'll always of course be wanting to improve, and it's a big talking point around the league, and we've seen it bear fruit in regards to how many draws have resulted from those lack of goals coming from other areas. But they lead 1-0 here, and that's what matters. And booted clear by Williams, and that will be a corner kick.
Not the best of clearance this time from Williams on this occasion, and it will be a corner kick issued to Chapleton Maroons as we approach the 58th minute of this encounter. When you look at this second half so far, Chapleton Maroons has dominated the second half, and they are really desperate for that important equalizing goal.
And this is where having a player like a Tajay Grant comes in handy. They've been desperate for some consistent goal scoring threat, but can they get one here?
With this corner kick. This one swung inside, and he's dealt with by Ellis on this occasion. A lovely flick on for Racing United. Whipped over the top looking for Grant. And maybe here comes Racing United over on the right. Not the best of path this time from Williams. Whipped inside looking for Grant. And the overhead kick tried on this occasion, caught the player on his head, and it will be a free kick issued to Chapleton Maroons deep inside Racing United's half.
Trying for the spectacular, but failed spectacularly there. Taji Grant, must say, applaud him for trying. And here we have a replay of that chance. Mikhail Williams tried the cross first time, didn't work, and the second time of asking went all the way through to Taji Grant, but of course, as you mentioned before, the overhead kick not able to get on target, instead it hit the defender in the head.
Taji Grant has some 12 goals this season in this Jamaica Premier League, hunting his 13th of the season, as this one is whipped over the top by Chapleton Maroons, and out of touch for a throw-in.
And see the fans getting involved there, just cheering the team on, and Taji just urging them on to celebrate more, of course. Mackenzie, actually, that has been substituted, and now his pin-up cross comes in, and that's headed by Nikhil Ellis. Joe Jones made sweet to Hull, going to Campbell, and Campbell's brought down, and no foul. Referee says that will be a corner kick.
Strong tackle coming in as well from Racing United on this occasion, but the referee was in a perfect position to make that call, and in the event it's a corner kick awarded to Chapleton Maroons. 6 players awaiting this delivery as we approach the 65th minute of this game. It's a loopy one inside, and he's dealt with by the man in goal. This one is hit long over the head of the defender. And what is happening?
Ramirez having a lapse in concentration there. He's handled that, and he's been giving a straight red in a shot decision here. An indirect free kick, of course, will go to Racing United as we see this clearance by Aaron Enil, and the ball most definitely beat the defending line here, and Kadeen Young was on it in a flash, and I have to say both the defense and the goalkeeper Juan Ramirez didn't quite judge the flight of the ball properly, and that's what led to the indirect free kick and the subsequent handball.
And this was a red card being issued. You, John Stewart, you could explain what just transpired on the pitch. That was absolutely poor from the man in goal.
I think really he just got a bit overexcited. He didn't know what to do in the moment. He saw the ball beat his defending line there, and unfortunately for him, didn't really have much time to think about it. Just made a do or die decision, and unfortunately perhaps could be the wrong one here, as Chapelton Maroons, of course, are going to have to be without their starting goalkeeper, and it seems they're going to have to be without a man here for the rest of the game. Not a good position to be in, not just a goal down, but a man down.
Well, it boils down to awareness from the man in goal. He was not aware where he stand, and what I know, or what we see now on the pitch, he has been issued the red card. So the Maroons will be a man short in this encounter.
And as we get ready to see this indirect free kick, some treatment just being issued, and I have to say Racing United find themselves in a really good position here. Chapleton Maroons, despite being a goal down, they have played their hearts out tonight, generated a couple chances, but they've been their own undoing tonight with a very costly error from Ramirez, leaving his team a man down with a inexcusable mistake, really.
I think Racing United have been outstanding on the park. Chapleton Maroons. They have been in patches throughout the game, gotten some perfect opportunities to level, but was just denied by the defensive line of Racing United.
Of course, that's a defensive line that is, as you mentioned before, the third best in the league statistically, and it's going to be a tall task for Chapleton Maroons to breach them given their record in front of goal this year. Of course, as I mentioned before, their top scorer this season is Damoy Whitfield, who's still currently on the pitch, but he only has 3 this season, not known for his goals, but they'll be relying on some sort of output tonight. It's a dire situation at the moment.
And if you look at the platter of the game now, it requires goals if Chapleton Maroons are to come back in this encounter, still trailed by a goal and with a player short on the pitch. I think this could be a sore point for the Maroons, but some delightful players on the park as well, and they will want to put 1-on-1 and get the result they want in this encounter, still in that top 6 position, as I mentioned, playing against the team that ranked second. And this could be another 20 minutes of pack action here at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex, as it's still Racing United lead by a 1-0 over Chapleton Maroons, and it will be a free kick, as you mentioned, to Racing United.
This could be 2 here, and even though there's only 20 minutes to go, this could put them to sleep. Could be the knockout punch, and several players over this, of course, chief among them being their talisman in the number 10, Nikhil Ellis. Of course, as mentioned before, recently scored for the Reggae Boys against Martinique. But it's Kadeen Young to take this time. What a goal! Kadeen Young! What an effort! Young man, take a ball. That is beautiful.
A sublime finish from the youngster. I tell you what, look at this. Outstanding. The keeper, well, he stood no chance. I think it not even a move from the goalkeeper. Look at this. Terrific strike. He stood no chance in the back of the net, the top corner. And Racing United stretches their lead. It's Racing United 2, Chapleton Maroons 0.
He could only look in amusement and wonder as the ball just sailed past him to the bottom corner there. There's nothing really he could have done about it. Could question the positioning, but nevertheless, that's a beautiful strike, I have to say, from Kadeen Young. And Anthony Patrick has been questioning where the other goals are going to come from. If Grant and Ellis don't score, well, that's been answered tonight. Javon Cole has scored, and his substitute, his replacement tonight, Kadeen Young, has added another for good measure.
That was a strike as well. That strike came in the 70th minute in this encounter. And it will be a free kick to Chapleton Maroons. Down to 10 players. This one whipped over the top. A good ball inside, whipped on. And cool, calm and collective. Here's the man in goal for Racing United. Whipped up field. And it's Grant for Racing United. Lovely ball inside, a chance. And well kept by the substitute keeper for Chapleton Maroons. This one goes over on the left. Gets inside, poor pass, and one possession is Racing United. 4 against 3. Lovely over the top from Ellis, and whipped inside, and the side netting, and it's a goal kick awarded to the Chapleton Maroons.
There we just see the chance a while ago. Nikhil Ellis, lovely pass in, but ricocheted out, and Michael Williams couldn't quite get his cross accurate enough, and that will go into the side netting. But here's Williams for Chapleton Maroons into right, turns, Trying to slip Williams in there, but Nikhil Ellis recovers, and he's gonna try to play over Grant there, and he does. He has 1v1. That's his bread and butter. He opts not to take on Whitfield, instead stands over it. Goes for the cross in towards Gentiles. Can't get the connection there, Gentles, and the teenager loses out there, and Campbell can come clear, earns a throw in. And Chapleton Maroons evaded on that occasion, eluded on that occasion, another goal. But there we have a look at Craig Butler, who of course can't be happy with this result. Gentles again brought down there in pain, but he's been urged to get up by the fans.
A lovely take from Ellis this time around. Such a cool, calm and collective customer on the park. A lovely bit of skill from young Ellis. Goes all the way back to Brown. Goes back to the man in goal for Racing United. And he goes over on the right. He finds his captain. And he finds Young on this occasion. And Williams finds Ellis. Lovely turn. Very composed in the middle of the park for Racing United. Ellis. This has been magnificent from the second place team in this 2025-2026 season. This is a brilliant pass from Bashko. He finds Brown. Whipped over the top, looking for the youngster. And all the way back into the man in goal for Chapleton Maroons.
It's cleared downfield, trying to find the right, but that's cleared away by the skipper Markovic Brown. Racing United in complete control right now, and they're cruising to what seems to be a victory. 15 minutes there, we just observe Anthony Patrick just reveling in the lead that they currently have with just about 15 minutes to go.
Such an excellent coach as well. He was also the coach of Bridgeport that won Manning Cup back in 2006, and also won the Walker Cup with St. Catherine High School 2025.
It seems there are two more changes to be made for Racing United by Anthony Patrick. It seems Nikhil Ellis, who's been one of these standout players again on the pitch here tonight, he's going to be substituted. I have to say, folks, the Chapleton Maroons, seems their hearts have been stomped on. They've put up quite the fight tonight, but unfortunately 2 goals down and a man down, it does seem to be a death sentence. But anything's still possible. It's the Jamaican League. Stranger things have happened. And a throw in here to Chapleton Maroons. Just a reminder, folks, for those at home, after this game we do have at 7:30 for you the hosts on at Gardens. They will be taking on, ooh, here's a touch here for the substitute. Going around it, finds Campbell eventually, and shoved off it by Jamoy Jones. Campbell is still going. Cole rather has a shot that's blocked and off his teammate, I believe, and the referee mistakenly has said a corner kick. Most definitely came off a teammate there, but nonetheless, referee's made his decision and he's quite adamant about it.
Well, he's the man in charge on the pitch, and his decision is final. And so the final decision, it's a corner kick awarded to Chapleton Maroons, hunting that consolation goal at the moment. Just about 14 minutes of regular time left in this action.
Philo to take, corner comes in, headed on, and that sails over the header there by Jason Wright. And as we mentioned before, Arnett Gardens will be taking on Spanish Town Police FC here in the next game after this. But here we have this wonderful chance. Ball comes in there and Wright just couldn't direct it goalward. Not
the tallest on the park, Wright, but he got up on this occasion over the crossbar, as I mentioned, as this one is whipped upfield. Looking for Willis. This one cleared up from Brown, looking for that player, Grant, broken up by Chapleton Maroons. Hunting that goal. Lovely pass, broken up. And Williams. Terrific pass. And good work. And looking for that delightful pass through the middle. Still Chapleton Maroons. And this time cleared away from danger from Brown. He finds Young, the goal scorer. Cuts inside. Whipped over the top. Beautiful pass. Finds Grant. Lovely first touch. He has space. Not a lot of options inside. And not the best of first touch. And in fact, it's out for a goal kick to Chapleton Maroons.
Not a great introduction there from Myrie. The first touch wasn't the greatest after a brilliant ball over the top from Kadeen Young to Taji Grant. And there we have it. Ball goes out for a goal kick to Chapleton Maroons. Ball played over the top, trying to find Williams.
Still Williams, and in this process, is still in control. Is Chapleton Maroons. Just about 12 minutes of regular time left. Whipped over the top. Good defensive work coming in from Captain Brown. Willis. Bashko whipped over the top. Finds Brown over on the left for Racing United. Oh, lovely from Brown. He finds Willis. Back to Brown. This has been a beautiful build-up from Racing United. Brown over on the right. Whips this one upfield. Looking for Tajay Grant. Now the youngster. And maybe miss kick on this occasion. And Chapleton Maroons will come up. And clean tackle coming in. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Gets away from his marker. Finds Young over on the left. And another excellent left boot coming in from Chapleton Maroons. Willis finds Bashko in the middle of the park. A lovely delivery. He finds Williams all the way back to Brown, the captain. Lovely turn. Oh, lovely, gorgeous to describe that. Over on the right, Williams finds Tajay Grant. Williams, beautiful delivery. This has been a magnificent build. Oh, lovely to Williams. A chance here for Racing United. Willis. A chance. And maybe anxiety got the better of the youngster as this one is whipped downfield and booted back upfield. Willis, he has space. He has a lot of option. He has a kick as well. He goes over on that right side. He finds Williams whipped inside. And a chance for the youngster over the crossbar. Not in control at this occasion. And way over the crossbar. Well, look at this build-up from Racing United. Lovely pass. Good defensive work on a platter. Should have done better. The execution wasn't at its optimist best on this occasion. And it will be a goal kick awarded to Chapleton Maroons. Whip upfield looking for Williams. Flicked on. Lovely pass. Another delivery from Chapleton Maroons. Williams, still Williams, looking to get away from his marker inside the 18-yard box. So still Williams. And good defensive work coming in from Brown for Racing United. Here they come, Racing United. Whipped upfield looking for Young. And out of touch for a throw into Racing United as we approach the 82nd minute of this encounter.
And I have to say, Gentles doesn't seem to be the most technically gifted forward in the world, but he scored last week and they've entrusted him again, the 18-year-old, to be up front. And have to say, if they're going to get the best out of him, they're going to have to keep his supporting forwards, Young and Grant, a bit closer to him for the interplay. I have a feeling the short passes won't work as well with him. They're going to have to get some deliveries into him as quickly and as early as possible, trying to feed him there in that 4-3-3 setup. But now his filler on the break. He has two to his left and to his right. He decides to use Williams' ball a bit behind him. Step over, trying to beat Jamoy Jones in field. Looks now for Scarlett. Oh, lovely pass inside to right into Williams. Turns. Tries to get away from his man, but now is Howe. Recovers the pass, and beautiful tackle there from Williams, who has been amazing so far in this game, and that will be a throw-in to Chapleton Maroons.
Taken quickly by the Maroons. This is over on that left side. Whipped inside looking. Campbell goes over on the right, whipped inside. Good defensive work coming in from the captain on this occasion, Brown. And it's out of touch, and it will be a corner kick awarded to Chapleton Maroons. Look at this. I think that first touch brought it away from the goal, and it was a magnificent tackle coming in from the captain on this occasion, Brown. And it will be a corner kick taken shot by Chapleton Maroons. Whipped inside, another good defensive work coming in from Racing United. And another throwing over on that right side for Chapleton Maroons. Just about 6 minutes and some seconds left of regular time. Throw inside that 18-yard box. And then finally cleared by Brown. Oh, lovely turn. Whipped inside. Looking for Williams. Broken up. Another opportunity. This one whipped over on the left. Whipped inside. A chance for Williams. And offside spotted by the assistant referee. That was a beautiful build-up as well. Look at the replay here. Over on that left side. Whipped inside. Not the best of defensive work either on this occasion from Racing United. But a free kick awarded to Racing United.
And as we see Racing United coming under some pressure in the last waning moments of the game, they've left themselves wide open with their setup. Not much control in the middle of the park anymore. In fact, we've seen Mary be quite isolated there, overrun, in fact, by Howe and Philo and Scarlett. Philo's moved inside more, tucked inside, no longer operating as a winger. And they've opted for more of a triangle up front now. Seems Williams has been playing a bit closer up front, in a front two with Wright. And I have to say, they've been getting the most out of those two. Neither of them the paciest in the world, but their technical ability still better than most in this league. And as a result, Chapelton Maroons are in the ascendancy, but can they get a goal here?
Brown in possession for Racing United, all the way back to his defensive line. And in fact, the substitute player getting his first touch, whipped over the top, finds Young, gets away from his marker, beautifully done. Whipped inside, a chance here. Shoots on him, a brilliant save by the man in goal for Chapleton Maroons. And the youngster denied a second goal of the season.
Great save there by Smith. Good awareness also by Myrie to play that one into the young gentles. But the finish, not the best there. Of course, as you mentioned before, he has proven to be able to score goals, but unable to so far tonight.
Lovely turn in the middle of the park by Grant. He goes over on the left. He finds Brown. Lovely take from Brown. This has been a terrific afternoon for Racing United. Willis and goes over on that far right. This has been a terrific afternoon of football from the number 2 place team in this Jamaica Premier League. Lovely delivery. Finds Williams. Looking for Grant. Broken up this time by Chapleton Maroons. Chapleton Maroons still in possession. And maybe lost possession. They do on this occasion. Over on the right. Grant. Tajay Grant looking for that delightful ball. Not the most precise delivery that was, and cleared away from danger by the man in goal for Chapleton Maroons.
Willis on that occasion doing well to get that clear, and Myrie just fixing his boot in the middle of the park, but hopefully it won't matter too much. Gentles awaiting delivery here, but here's Tajay Grant taking 1v1, an opportunity, and whips across in and saved. Good save there by Smith again, who's done really well since coming into this game. And we just look at the chance here again. Tajay Grant working down that right hand side on Damoy Whitfield, number of step overs, and eventually had a crack saved.
This one whipped inside. Another chance here for Grant, and a magnificent work in goal by Smith on this occasion. Maybe deny a third for Racing United. And in the event, I think Smith injured himself. Look at that outstanding bit of keeping. No, the assistant referee giving the referee some advice. That was an outstanding bit of goalkeeping from Smith.
And urgent medical attention needed to Smith, and of course they're already a man down. They've lost their starting goalkeeper Ramirez, who of course, was at fault for the second goal after committing a free kick, handling the ball and getting a straight red. They'd hate to lose their backup here.
It seems that all is okay, and it will be a throw-in for Racing United. Young. A lovely first touch. How composed is Young on the park. Goes over on that right. Finds Williams. Young. Williams. Young. And lost possession this time. We won back possession. Oh, lovely bit of flick. Shoots! And just wide of the target. But very close to a third for Racing United. Look at this build-up. Lost possession, but look at this pass. Lovely and precise was this. What the finish was poor on this occasion. The long searching kick from Smith finds Brown. Oh, lovely from Brown. And his brother would have played cricket for Jamaica at a senior level. Willis whips this one from left to right. Lovely take from Williams. And all the way back.
All the way to Enil, and Chapleton Maroons, of course, coming into this, had a gaming hand and could have moved into fifth place. But now here's Tajay Grant down this right-hand side. He has Ricketts 1v1. Cuts outside, tries to cross, but that's beaten away by Ricketts, and that will be a throw-in to Racing United.
As we approach the 90th minute of this regular time, but what a magnificent game young Tajay Grant is having for Racing United. He's been a standout player over on the right side, and he's hard to contain when he's in possession.
There is Basco, who himself has been pretty good tonight. Here's Myrie, turns, finds Brown on the left-hand side. Thinks better of a cross and instead goes all the way back. Willis back out to Brown, has Myrie on the overlap, opts not to use him. Cross comes inside all the way to the back post to Williams. Couldn't control it the first time of asking and gets all the way back to Basco. And Chapleton Maroons will come clear now with it. And here's Wright, unable to keep that close to him, and he loses control. Jamoy Jones has possession. And seems Wright is still down on the park, and Chapleton Maroons, as we see the 4 minutes being added here at the end of the regular play in this second half. Chapleton Maroons will be disappointed with the results so far. 4 minutes to go. I don't know if they'll be able to get 2 goals in that short span, but if they are going to, Wright will be a key figure central to that. They've been second best here for much of the latter part of this second half. Ever since that goal, really, things have changed. The complexion of this game has never been quite the same since that refereeing decision. But now here's Kadeen Young on the right-hand side, trying to find Gentles, but Campbell beats him to it. Now it's Philo, trying to play in Williams, but loses out to Brown, who his pass is cut out there. Oh, lovely touch there by Williams, trying to nutmeg his defender, but loses possession. And Jamoy Jones smartly wins the throw there for Racing United. Not a lot to go in this one. Racing United will be content with just seeing out the win here. A deserved win at that. There's Williams, Brown, Willis rather. There's Myrie. Into Grant, popping up in the middle here.
Grant, he has space. Not a lot of options. He finds Williams. Gets inside. And another good defensive work. Basco from distance. And just wide of the far post. That was a magnificent effort by Basco. And Chapleton Maroons in possession. This one whipped. Another poor pass, not precise by Chapleton Maroons. In the last 5 minutes of this, it's all Racing United. Another attack from Racing United. Young whips this one inside. looking for Gentles. Whipped straight to Smith in goal for Chapleton Maroons.
Smith has dealt quite well with a number of shots has been coming at him like bullets really, but he's stood up here and been counted, made his presence felt in goal, and on that occasion his goal is under no threat. And we can see there in the far corner both teams warming up. To the top left we have, of course, Spanish Town Police FC, and to the bottom right at the end of the stadium we have Arnett Gardens. Of course, that will be the next game featuring in the Jamaican Premier League. But here's Chapelton Maroons on the attack, and Williams thought he was through, but that's brilliantly cut out there.
And out of touch for a throw-in to Chapleton Maroons. Just approximately 30 seconds of regular time left in this action, as this ball is over the top looking for Tajay Grant, and broken up by Chapleton Maroons defensive line all the way back to Smith, who goes over on the left and finds Campbell. He has space. Three players are waiting for Chapleton Maroons in the middle of the park. Whipped over the top looking for Smith and broken up this occasion. The referee has seen enough. This, the opening game of the day, sees the number 2 place, Racing United, got the better of Chapleton Maroons by 2-0. This was a game where Racing United showed their dominance in Jamaica Premier League for 2025-2026 season. We saw some outstanding bit of football being displayed by Racing United, but credit must be given to Chapleton Maroons. They've played excellent football, but the better team on the day was Racing United. They got 2 very, very important goals, and in fact the opening goal came in the 29th minute, and then Young send the team Racing United 2-0 up, and at the end of the game, Racing United 2, Phoenix Chapleton Maroons 0.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to winning.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better value, better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. Air chilled chicken, tastes way better. Better value, better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? Or my chicken nut? CB chicken, it tastes way better.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to winning.
A CB chicken.
So let's turn attention to some action that took place in this day. This was an excellent free kick, but straight to the man in goal. But look at this opportunity, and looking at penalty, but this was some poor bit of. But look at this free kick from Chapleton Maroons. Looking that opening goal, and straight in the lap of the man in goal. But this was a beautiful build-up here. This was a corner kick, whipped inside for Chapleton Maroons, and easy dealt with by the man in goal for Racing United. This was the red card incident. The keeper came out of the 18-yard box, handled the ball, and a straight red. That was when Chapleton Maroons was down to 10 players. This was the second goal of the contest. But look at this finish. The man in goal, Smith, stood no chance. A magnificent free kick. And Young celebrates. But Smith, he looked left nor right. It was a stupendous finish from Young. This was another free kick. The Chapleton Maroons lobbed over the top, flicked on. The keeper was in the perfect place at a perfect time. This was brilliant from goalkeeper Smith for Chapleton Maroons. It was another build-up here for Racing United. Shoots, but just hit the side netting. And Tajay Grant, he was outstanding. This was whipped in, looking for the young prospect. This was another opportunity for Chapleton Maroons. Whipped over, flicked on, but over the crossbar. Shortest play on the park, and got up. Another opportunity here, and Racing United defensive line has been magnificent, and then cleared away from danger from Brown. This was another magnificent ball over on the right for Racing United. Grant looked at this delivery, and then looking at corner kick, lost possession. This was Willis, goes over on the right, and whipped inside again. And this was a perfect platter for the youngster, not in control, over the top. Look at it again. Maybe not in control and way over the crossbar. This was Chapleton Maroons on the counter, goes too wide, and a magnificent and fantastic defensive work coming in from the captain Brown. This was another build-up here for Chapleton Maroons, whipped inside and offside call it was, and it was Williams on this occasion. This was magnificent work done by Young on this occasion. It was on a platter. Yet again, Young Gentles not getting one of the best kicks off the football. This was magnificent again. Look at Grant, whipped inside. And credit must be given on this occasion for the substitute keeper, Smith, on this occasion. This was whipped inside again. Gentles whipped on for Grant, platter. And Young Smith came up, chumps in goal for Chapleton Maroons. It was another poor defensive work. Lovely flick on inside and wide of the target from just about out of that 6-yard box. It was another opportunity. Poor defensive work all the way back. And a good shot, just wide of that far corner.
Introducing air chill chicken, have more flavor.
But credit to Racing United, they have kept things under control and got themselves 3 more points in this Jamaica Premier League 2025-2026. And disappointment for Chapleton Maroons, they lost. And we'll turn our attention to this, the feature game this evening, when we see Arnett Gardens, the home team, up against Spanish Town Police. Stay tuned for more coverage.
Good night, Javon Basco. Congratulations. Congratulations, Javon, on winning the man of the match tonight. How does it feel?
Feel great.
Of course, you guys won 2-0 tonight, and that means you closed the gap to Montego United on 5 points. How do you feel about being in the title race this year?
Well, me and the boys, we're just doing the right thing, you know, game by game.
Hey, INT mean in mic. See there? H.
Yeah. There. Next coach.
Next. Coach. Oi. Sure. One. Team. INT means internal mic. That is what the camera is always doing.
You don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better value, better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. My chicken, dog. Air chicken.
When you're ready. MG, ready.
Good night again, Coach. Fortunately, I wasn't able to get the results you wanted tonight, but how do you feel considering you were on a 3-game unbeaten streak before this?
Well, it's important for us to maintain our composure and keep focus going forward. After analyzing the game, it's just one of those things. We're undone by 2 goals that we can be honest. It's minus the goal and look at the performance. Actually, we had a better play, control. We lost a player in the red card. Change our shape, still were good in the game. So I thought it was a good performance by the team. There's nothing to be ashamed of.
Many would not have considered you to be in this position come this portion of the season, but how do you feel now that you guys have a realistic chance of getting in the playoffs at the end of the season?
We had full understanding and knowledge of what it would take, and we put in the pieces that we need and the mentality that we need. It's not a surprise for us that we're in the position that we're in, and we're looking to ascend and to continue to grow our very good young players that we've brought in with some maturity and leadership. So we think we have a good squad, not only that, but we have a good coaching staff, and support system there. So we're happy that we can push forward and try to make the
Lastly, what were your thoughts on the decision for the red card for your keeper Ramirez?
There are some questionable decisions, many actually. We should have had a penalty there, which went back corner. I don't know how, but the ball is round, the referees are human beings, and they can make bad decisions. We just have to hope that the next time around, he'll make one that around.
Thank you, Coach. That will be all.
The chicken taste way better. Better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? My chicken nut, CB chicken. It tastes way better.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit GoToMyVM.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to winning.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chilled chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better value, better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. My chicken, dog. Air chilled chicken, tastes way better. Better value, better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? My chicken nut, CB chicken. It tastes way better.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit GoToMyVM.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to winning.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chilled chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better value, better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. My chicken, dog. Air chilled chicken, tastes way better. Better value, better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? My chicken nut, CB chicken. It tastes way better.
Good afternoon, Coach. Congratulations, I have to say, on the win 2-0 tonight. What were your thoughts on your team's performance?
I must say thumbs up to the team and the players. They really, make a mark this evening. When I saw the rain, I said, wow, this is going to be very difficult for us. We don't like rain. And to see, them come out and play this kind of way, I'm very, very pleased.
Including yourself, actually, sometimes this season, where the goals are going to come from if Taji Grant and Nikhil Ellis score. But tonight, you're proved wrong. Thankfully, some goals coming from your supporting cast tonight. Your thoughts on the goals?
Yeah, definitely. Javan Cole come up trumps us this evening, and I must say kudos to the youngsters again. Kadeen Young off the bench. Last week Sunday it was Gentles, Dwight Gentle, another schoolboy. So definitely I'm very, very pleased with the youngsters coming off the bench and making an impact.
Of course, you mentioned the goal before. That was quite a eventful, a very controversial decision, of course, that led to the free kick. And I have to say, the complexion of the game did change afterwards. What were your thoughts on how the game unfolded after that decision?
Well, I think we continue to play all up our head and play. Don't watch what's going on. Just think about the game, what is in front of us. All the decisions they made by the referee, just make that slide and just think about what is in front of you.
Congratulations again, coach. That's 5 points behind Montego Bay United. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm definitely. Thank you.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to win.